Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Recommended Setups, and today I'm going to cover the Ao Jun. So the Ao Jun is one of the more highly requested robots you guys were asking for. I had to take a while actually for the Ao Jun because we are going through a bit of a shift in meta right now. I think, with the Hawk being nerfed in the near future, we are going to start to see more shells and also more tankier robots, and I had to kind of adjust some of these builds accordingly. Now, I'm going to be covering the Devastator, the Ember, Glacier, Redeemer, Avenger, the Viper, and also the Avalanche builds. I did not include the Nucleon because the Nucleon is going to be going through a nerf. And also, those weapons actually don't do that well against tanky robots or robots with physical shields. I also did not include the Calamity because the thing is, Nightingales are going to be, obviously nerfed down. We don't really see that many Lokis out there in terms of stealth. So it's an energy weapon and it also doesn't really do well against physical shields. So that's my reasoning behind it. If you guys are asking why did I not include Nucleon or Calamity, those are the reasons why. Now, before I get started with all of these builds here, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing if you haven't already. And if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more recommended builds for other robots, make sure to leave it in the comment section down below, but also make sure to leave a thumbs up so I know you guys are interested in these videos. And having said that, let's take a look at the Devastator build. Okay, so when it comes to the Devastator build, this is one of the more deadlier builds for the Ao Jun. The downside here though is you need to get within 200 meters, which is a lot easier said than done. But the reason why I'm going to include this in the recommended builds for the Ao Jun is because this is a very good starting point if you are thinking about moving to the Hawk later on, because these weapons are extremely deadly on the Hawk. And in terms of modules, I do have overdrives here, but if you have thermonukes, nuclear reactors, those are the modules I would typically use on this bot. Now, in terms of the advanced repair, this is just something I'm using right now because of the drone chips. But if you are finding your Ao Jun is dying too quick, I would use something like phase shift. And so having said that, let's jump into an action clip here of the Ao Jun with Devastators, and let's see what this thing can do. See if I can take them out with these Devastator weapons. This Ravana is going straight for me here. I'm going to try to deal with them. We have another player over here. We actually have quite a few Ravanas on that end. So let me move on over to this side and try to help out my buddies here. Can take out maybe this Phantom as well. There we go. Let's try to hit this guy here. Another Phantom. And there we go. What's going on over here? Let's take this guy out as well. Let me just drop back down. So one thing about this build is you have to actually get really close in order for this to be effective. But the reason why I added this to the list is because if you transition from the Ao Jun to the Hawk, these weapons could be very deadly. There we go. There's actually another player. Wait. It's another. Oh, we got a Hawk. We probably don't want this guy getting that beacon, just saying. And no. There we go. Look how fast my Ao Jun goes. So we have quite a few players around center. I actually want to take out that. They have a Hawk back there. Did he just land? I think he just... Oh, wait. There we go. Maybe I can take this guy out. He's down to his last stand, so this is good. Maybe I can take out this guy first and then the Hawk next. There we go, triple kill. We have this is another Hawk here, so I'm trying to save up my ability. Another Hawk on this side, so we're dealing with at least 2 Hawks. This guy's going to be landing here. Now we go into a flight. I did heal up. I might be able to get him with the flames, though. Let's see. There we go. We got a rampage. Let's try to deal with this guy first. If I can take him out before I go down. Come on, godlike. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the Redeemer build. Now, the reason why I decided to include this is because these weapons are actually going to be receiving a buff. Now, typically when Pixonic starts to buff older weapons, it means that those weapons are on their radar and it's probably underperforming, which means, what we see now in terms of buffs, it might not be the only buff. It might be the start of many incremental buffs. So just keep that in mind. These weapons do really well against regular robots, not so well against titans. In terms of the builds that I would run, thermonukes, overdrives, nuclear reactors on there if you don't have the other two. Advanced repair, this is more tied to the drone chips that I have on this Ao Jun. If you don't have those drone chips, then I would use something like phase shift. But having said that, let's take a look at some gameplay here of the Ao Jun with Redeemers. Pick him off. There we go. We also have these players moving to this left side. We have to watch that left beacon. So I'm going to move on over to the side here. Keeping an eye on my right flank. There's actually a scorpion there. Totally stole that one. Oh, wait. We got to watch out. We have a scorpion moving to the side here. Let's try to see if we can get him. Trying to focus on that guy. Oh man, totally stole that one too. I'm stealing everyone's kills with this. There's a scorpion here. I'm trying to see what, oh wait, he's down below, I think, right? There's another scorpion. There's also a hawk. Yeah, so you have to be very careful of hawks. So I'm going to wait until this guy actually, he goes into flight. And then I'm going to try to follow him to see if I can perhaps take him out that way. So this guy has gone into flight, this hawk here. I'm keeping an eye on him because I actually want to take him out. So he's going to be landing here soon. I wonder if I can get him. Got him. Yes. With a bit of luck. Let's move on over to this side. Can we get this guy? Totally stole that one too. This is like the kill stealer weapon. Oh, wait. Oh, come on. This guy's also taking on a lot of damage. Okay, so when it comes to the Ember build, this is also an extremely deadly build, but the reason why I'm going to recommend it at this point in the game, because we might be seeing a possible shift in the meta to the shell robot, which is this one over here. Now, one of the weaknesses of this robot is it can't block flamethrowers, and being that this has a built-in flamethrower and the Ember weapons, you can see why this build is going to be deadly. It's also extremely effective against Arthurs. Now, in terms of modules, overdrives, thermonuclears, nuclear reactors, in terms of the active module, I have advanced repair here, but anything from like death mark to even lockdown ammo could be extremely effective on this build. So having said that, let's jump into an action clip here and let's see what this build can do. And so we have an Arthur here. Let's see how much damage we can do to this Arthur. They actually have a shell as well. So take a look at how much damage I did to that shell, and it wasn't even a full clip. He's gonna be coming around the corner here, so I'm just waiting for that to happen. Let's see if we can try to get... I'm gonna have my ability soon, so that's gonna help a lot. Hold on a second. Let's just go into a flight here. Oh, wait. Trying to get this Arthur. There we go. We had too many targets there, but take a look at how much damage I did even to that Arthur. Look at his health. I wonder if I can still get him, you know, because he's not completely hidden. behind that wall there. Let's do that. Oh, I'm surprised. Oh, you know why? Because he suppressed me. And take a look at this. So I can even get these guys here. So let's roast this guy up. And this Arthur here as well. Look at how much damage we're doing to him. Crazy. Let's try to get this guy as well. And there we go. Uh-oh, I got stuck. Not good, not good. This guy's gonna push me off. Ah! Uh-oh, uh-oh. He's trying to push me, but he got stuck. Now we can roast him up with this. Hold on a second. He has that shield. There we go. Ooh, that was close. This guy's still hitting me though. I'm trying to escape here. Hold up. Okay, let's go in a flight. My overdrives have kicked in, so we should be able to help with this guy. And there we go. So moving on, we have the Glacier build. The reason why I'm going to recommend this is kind of like the Ember build. It's a very good weapon to counter the shell robot. And also, you know, once you freeze a player up, they start taking on 20% more damage by you and your teammates. So it's more of a, I guess, a team weapon, if you will. Very effective at dealing with the shell, but also the Arthur as well. So we have overdrives on here, thermo nukes, nuclear reactors, same like the Ember build. And, you know, once again, I would use advanced repair if you have the right drone ships. Deathmark is another very good one. And I think phase shift can work really well with these weapons as well, because, you know, the thing is with rockets, once you fire all your rockets, usually things slow down and you need to find cover and load your rockets up again, and that's where phase shift comes in handy. But having said that, let's jump into some gameplay here of this build, and let's see what this Glacier build can do. Ao Ming's to my left flank, which is really bad, but this guy's going to be dropping down to the ground here pretty soon, so let's go ahead and let's get him with that. He has triggered my my last stand, but I think I might be able to get him. There we go. I'm going to drop behind this building. Let's get this beacon. Okay, so my overdrives have been activated. I just got suppressed. I think it's by this player here. Wait, this guy's... he's trying to see if he can take me out. If I can get actually within range, I can probably kill him. Okay, so we have a Nodens here. I think he's going to suppress me. So he has suppressed me, but I'm going to use this now. See, we can try to do as much damage to him as possible. We got him about down to half health. But the thing is, he did suppress me. I'm trying to see if I can escape here. He's suppressed me again. I wonder if my teammates can help me here. I'm just waiting for my ability. We're going to go into a flight. And I use that. Maybe I can get him before I get killed here by that other guy. So you can see how much damage we are doing, you know, once everything has been activated. And that's a Nodens, but I think to the Arthur it's even worse. Okay, I'm just waiting for this guy to maybe land here. See if we can get him with that. There we go. This guy's going to be going into a flight here soon. Okay, so we have to be careful of this Hawk. I think he's getting... yep, he's going to die. Okay, let's move on over to this end. Okay, so they have an Ao Ming. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get close enough to this Ao Ming. If I can get within 350 meters, then I will be attacking here. Yeah, he's trying to... I mean, this is pretty close. This might be now or never kind of thing. Let's see if we can take him out with this. And you can see just how much damage that did to that Ao Ming. Okay, so moving on, we have the Avenger build, and this might actually come as a surprise to some of you, but the reason why I have this as one of my recommended builds for the Ao Jun at this point in the game is because Avenger weapons are kinetic weapons, and if we do see a lot of shells out there, and even Arthurs, these weapons can work really well against physical shields. Because they are kinetic weapons, they do 200% more damage to physical shields. You also have the built-in flamethrower, which helps when it comes to dealing with things like the Shell or Arthur. And in terms of modules, I do have overdrives. You can use thermonukes, nuclear reactors is what I would go for. I do have advanced repair, but again, this is tied to my drones. If you aren't using this, I would use anything from like lockdown ammo, even Deathmark if you're dealing with Titans, because this build is actually very deadly to Titans. I'm going to try to see if I can get some footage of that. And another thing too, you want to have sharpshooter and speed shooter. So basically what that means is, in this case, the bullets that you fire are going to be more focused. And if they're more focused, more of them are going to hit the target, which means increased damage, if you will. Okay, so we're going to take a look at some gameplay now of the Ao Jun with Avengers, and I'm going to try to see if I can get some footage of this build countering the Arthur or even the Ao Ming. Okay, let's see if we can try to get this guy. Let's see how much damage we do to this Nodens. So that was with one flight. Keep in mind, these are Avenger weapons. It's not like they are like full meta or anything, but they can do a lot of damage. As you can see here. Okay, so we have one play over there. I'm not sure. Oh, this is an Arthur. This is even better because my overdrives have activated here. So let's go in and let's see if we can burn this Arthur up. So you can see that's like half his health. And my Avenger weapons are still going. His shield has now been broken. And you can see, but obviously with this kind of build, you want to keep your distance. I'm going to stay on this beacon for now, only to defend it. I'm going to have my heal here soon, so let's do that. Plus I output more damage this way. And if my teammates can move across to the side, yeah, I can help them out. And there we go. Okay, so moving on to the Viper build here. The reason why I'm going to mention this as one of the recommended builds at this point in the game is because with the upcoming nerf to the Hawk, where it's going to be doing less damage to regular robots, it also means that we are probably going to be seeing a lot of tanky robots like Fenriers, Falcons, Invaders, and one way to bring those robots down is to use corrosion. And I'm not sure if you guys remember during the Leech era, when we had a lot of Leeches out there with their 90% resistance, what I was actually doing to counter the Leeches was to use this build over here. So we have corrosion with the Viper weapons. Also the built-in weapon, the Dragon Breath, does have damage over time or corrosion, as you see here. So entirely a corrosion build. In terms of modules, I would use overdrives, thermonuclear reactors if you don't have that, nuclear reactors. And also for the active module slot, I'm using advanced repair because of the drone chips. But if you don't have those drone chips, anything from like lockdown ammo and possibly Deathmark. Now, in terms of the pilot skills, there is one skill that I do like using, the speed shooter, which basically your Viper weapon enters acceleration mode a lot faster. There isn't shot grouping for this weapon, which is another thing because it's pretty focused. So I guess that's one thing that you could consider if you are, thinking between the Avenger weapon or the Viper weapon. It might actually make more sense to go Viper, only because with these weapons you don't need to use both speed shooter and sharpshooter. You could actually do away with it, but I tend to like the acceleration on these weapons. So anyways, having said that, let's jump into some gameplay here and let's see what this build can do, because I want to try to get within that range. You know what I can do is I can target this guy here. So let's go ahead and let's target this Hawk and get that corrosion in. They've also triggered my... That corrosion's going to work. Yep, there we go. They've triggered my overdrives, I believe. Or actually close to it. So I'm going to target this Ao Ming here. Let's just move closer. So now he has triggered it. But take a look at how much damage I'm going to do here. And I can actually get more damage with the healing because of the chips. So you can see how deadly this is. We are losing actually a lot of beacons here. What does this guy have? Is that a scorpion or something? He's moving closer. Yeah, usually when players start moving in very quickly, it means they probably have a scorpion. So I'm wondering if this guy has a scorpion. No, that is a nightingale. I'm going to go into a flight here. He's probably going to go into flight as well because he wants to heal up. But if I can get him, with that corrosion. So I know the corrosion has gotten him down to his last stand. He's going to drop here because he suppressed me. But I should be able to take him out, and there we go. So this kind of build works really well against tanky robots. And if you can get close enough with the 350 meter range, you can actually do a lot of damage to a Titan as well. So I'm going to try to target this guy before the game is up. I think I'm going to try to steal it. I'm going to use my chips there to help with that. And also there's this player here who is taking on a lot of damage. Look at his bulwark. Okay, and the last build I'm going to include here, it's the Avalanche build. And the reason why I'm going to include this is because if we do start seeing a lot of shells out there, shells can't block splash damage or flamethrowers. And I figured, this might be a really good counter because you can keep your distance. And if the shell gets too close, you have the built-in weapon. A couple of things to also consider as well. This build does not do well against Titans and also very tanky robots. So if we start seeing a lot of invaders, Fenriers, Falcons, this kind of build doesn't really do that well against it. So it's more specific to the shell meta, but I figured, I'm going to mention it now since I'm doing these Ao Jun setups. Now, in terms of modules, I would use Overdrive, Thermonuclear Reactor, Nuclear Reactor if you don't have those other modules. I have Advanced Repair Unit for the active, but that's, again, tied to my drones. If you don't have that, I would think probably Lockdown Ammo or maybe even Phase Shift for this kind of build. And having said that, let's take a look at some gameplay here, of the Avalanche build. And let's see, what this can do. From above here, let's try to see if we can maybe do that. Get some splash in on those players, get them down to their last stand if possible. I think I might have actually been able to do that. This guy's pretty low on health. A couple of players on this side. So this kind of build is going to be good against possibly the shell. Regular robots, it's not good against Titans. So if you're thinking about using this for Titans, bad choice. So let me just go. Oh, wait, we have a player here who's going for a home beacon. Let's try to deal with him. There we go. I can get some damage in on those players back there. I think I might be running lockdown chips on here, which also can help against something like the shell. But again, if the meta starts to change towards these tanky robots, this build may not be the best, to counter tanks. I'm going to go into a flight here. Let's try to get this guy. Get him down to his last stand. He's trying to escape here. Let's get rid of him, and there we go. You know what's actually really good about these weapons too? Okay, so here's a shell. Let's see what happens here, because I haven't really tried this against the shell, but I'm assuming that it's probably going to do a pretty decent job at knocking a shell's health down. And you can see he's trying to heal up there. And that wasn't even, I wouldn't even say that was really hitting the shell a lot, because remember, I didn't even hit him with my built-in weapon. So he's almost whittled all the way down here. I wonder if I can get him. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, this guy's leached onto my teammates. I can't hit him just yet. I'm going to go into a flight. Try to get this guy with a splash here and the built-in weapon. We almost have him. His last stand has been triggered. And this might even do it here. keep in mind my overdrives haven't even activated yet. This guy is leeched onto me, but maybe I should let him activate my overdrives. No! There we go. Okay, so he's activated the overdrives. I'm wondering if these guys have more shells. I'm gonna move towards this side, but I'm not sure if these guys have, if they have scorpions here. This guy's coming back. I'm gonna go into a flight now. I'm gonna heal, so we have that additional damage. And let's hit him with that. And you can see just how deadly this build is. Just 2 regular robots again. I'm not sure, if I would use this against, like, Titans, because I don't think the damage output is enough. Let's try to get this guy, and that should do it. Rampage. My overdrives are active. I don't have a last stand, though. And this guy is in a scorpion. I saw him. Okay, so he's actually, where is he teleporting to? Yeah, let's use this now. Maybe I can kill him with that. I believe that's him. Let's try to get that splash in. There we go. Oh, and that's the other thing too. This kind of build may not be good against something like a Fenrir. So any kind of tanky robot, this won't really do that well against them. I'm going to try to see how much damage we can do. So this is with 3 overdrives, the damage chips. It's actually doing a decent amount of damage. But I still wouldn't use this against tanky robots because you can see what's happening here.